So a guy calls up, he's got a bunch of trees down, other side of the lake, and it turns out he got hit by a microburst. And I'm using this term microburst as if I know what it means. I actually just had to look it up on the interwebs. Alright, just humping my gear in. And let me give you like a feel for the situation. Alright, there's like two main work sites. This one right here, all these blue spruce blew down. They're actually the neighbor's trees. They're kind of coming over the fence, so just gotta like buck all this stuff up. I think there's even access through here once I get them out. He wants these spruce plopped, and he just mentioned this morning he also wants these blue spruce taken out. I don't actually know if I got time to get to that, but it's on the maybe list. There's another one. You kind of see it. It's on the barn. Came across, broke across the peak. And I did send the drone up just to take a look at stuff. Basically, this microburst kind of hit a bunch of trees. First, all these ones on the neighbor's property. Then a bunch of hardwoods over on the other side. As I recall, these are mainly black walnuts. Yeah, so this wreckage, he's gonna do all this stuff. Like, he wants all this wood. I was just gonna try to plop the root balls back. 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe? I don't know how many there are. Anyway, things got wrecked. More trees down over there. And it was kind of selective, you know? Like, it blew some stuff out. Then little wimpy stuff is just still standing. Here's where things are at. Pretty much just like pile stuff up for chipping. That's gonna be tomorrow. I decimated all the spruces and stuff that were on the fence. Some of those stumps kind of popped back up, and this is just piled out. I've not tackled these trees yet, but I want to go over to the other side. This is the side where he just wanted these root balls stood up, and we'll see if they'll just kind of stand up on their own. The other ones have been doing that so far. That one got a little crazy just because it kind of split, broke apart, and kind of rolled kind of through the lake during the process. I don't know what their plan is for the poplar in the lake, but I didn't say it was like someone wanted to do or anything. It was just doing what they asked, which is straightening out these stumps. Alright, I'm just going to wander around a little bit, see if there's any that I missed, but I think those were the main ones. Just put the chipper over there. Next up is just climbing these two spruces. They're a little chunky, scrabbly. It's not that they're like super big, they're just kind of like big on limbs, so it's just gonna be like a million little limbs, they're all stuck together. Alright, this can go down here once the chipper's not there. What do you think? Strip that guy from the bottom, or just climb over and take the top out. Oh, it's like a little easier to do it that way. By the way, Microburst flattened all that stuff, blew a bunch of stuff over there. That's where all the trees were, where I was like, you know, chopping them so the stumps went back in. And then back in those woods, he also lost a bunch of hardwood. It only looks like a dead tree. Oh, this is like the only bad thing about this is that you end up with just a ton of stuff like right in your face. Okay, kind of got like a little hole for myself over here. Not the best, but something. Yeah, there we go. Alright, now I'm like officially a member. I don't know, it's kind of like a messier way to do stuff. It seems easier, but it might have been better just to start from the bottom. So I got all this scrabble. Okay, push top, and that one right there, that spruce, he said he was going to take that out, so I'm thinking I might tag it. And yeah, let's do it. As that happened, I did think about the fact that the old climb line was dangling here, but you know, you want to be so careful. I've got kind of like a little log jam down here I got to rectify. Not a reference to the movie. And now I kind of don't even want to say it, but I'm gonna say it. The ground crew has been slacking. All right, let me give you a little walk around, update you on the job. This little pavilion's the best. It turns out he wants to keep the stubs. He likes them. I left a rope in there. Oh, I gotta yank it out or something. And I've just been like a chipping fool, just kind of going crazy on all that stuff. He wanted all the chip, so he got all the chip. There's still a little rakey do to happen, but did I mention there's another spruce on the roof? Plus that roof is, and I'll show you the deal over here. It's like a little bit booby trapped. So it's this guy that broke out. It's got two stems and it's kind of stuck there still, and then it's on the roof in a couple places. But if it falls, it's gonna crash this lovely fence. So I gotta do some funky tie up. I think I'm gonna stick a sling up yonder and put a rope in it just to kind of dangly do. Oh, it's just like a little bit complicated. Oh look, a stick that didn't make it in the chipper. Allow me. But yeah, I think otherwise stuff's kind of cleaned up. There might be like yeah, there's like little logs back here I gotta get. But I'm gonna go do that roof thing. I got that kind of tied up. It's got a little slack in the system, but I think it's got enough. All right, let's take a look at this 150-year-old roof. Oh yeah. Okay, so 2 stems. The roof's got some. Whew. I might need a rope on this. Let's see how it feels. Aside from the risk of falling through, it's not too steep. And then just to get you oriented, my chipper and all that stuff's down there. That's where I was cutting all the root balls and stuff. Usually when I do this, I just do like little pieces, little reduction, and I'll toss them down by the chipper do. This roof is so weird. It's got like different pitches all over it just because it's like so wobbly, just like rocking and rolling. Usually I blow stuff off. I'll probably come up here with the blower. Not that I'm really dying to come back up here. And for those who care about fences, I gave it a yank, busted it out, kind of set it right here. Fence is good. Everyone always asks me after I do a chipper job, dude, did you buy a chipper? And the answer is always the same. Total cheapskate. That was a rental. I only really rent a chipper like 2 or 3 times a season. Like, it's not really my main jam. My main jam is throwing stuff in the trailer. I mean, you should know that by now. But anyway, occasionally it's sweet to have a chipper. There were actually 10 trees in all on that one. Everything got chipped in place. I didn't haul and do a bunch of back and forth and stuff. But what you just saw was I was like skimming down the roof and kind of tossing stuff off toward the chipper. So at the end of the day, I went down and chipped that last stuff, and everything was like all cleaned up. You know, I had it all raked and looking pretty. And I looked over and there was like a log, one log, like not very long, maybe like 10, 12 inches. It's a 12-inch chipper. So I'm thinking, and really that's kind of the wrong word because I wasn't really thinking at that point. I just threw the log in the chipper. And it chipped half of it, and then it stalled, and I couldn't get the log out of there. It got jammed up, but the job was done. So I took it back to my rental guys. They backed it out of there. Didn't even really give me that much of a hard time. I thought they'd at least tease me about it or something. This has not been a how-to video. Instead, it has been the story of how I did it. I appreciate you checking it out. This job's also done. Well, I mean, a little raking and it'll be done. I'm gonna see you in the next one.